Hello everyone, my name is Tim Herron and welcome to Wallach's Word. Today I want to talk to you guys about cancers. Yeah, everybody, ooh, the C word, cancer. I had the privilege just a couple of weeks ago of meeting Dr. Wallach in person. He came out here to Nevada, out to Henderson here, and gave us an amazing talk. If anybody knows Doc even for a little bit, he was supposed to talk for about 2 hours, give or take. He spoke for well over 3 hours and then gave autographs and personal information. I mean, people were asking questions about anything that has to relate to health or even otherwise. Doc had an opinion on. And if you know Doc, he's quite opinionated. So he'll definitely give you his opinion, good, bad, or indifferent. You're going to get it. As you're going to see in the clips coming up, Doc gave this whole long talk, and on my YouTube site, it's Tim Herron, HARRON -longevity. Go on there, join it, like, share, comment, all those different things. I gave the whole entire, as much as I could record, I got about 90% of it, of his talk that night. And that was the talk that he gave to the United Nations when he was just given this past August of 2015. He was given a Lifetime Achievement Award for philanthropy and his Lifetime Achievement Award for his work with liquid minerals. They dub him the father of liquid minerals. And so it's great to have a Lifetime Achievement Award, especially when you're still amongst the living. So one of the main things that Doc was talking about, one of the things Doc was talking about was cancer. I mean, he went into everything, so I'm just going to give you little bits and pieces of it, but definitely go to my YouTube channel and check everything out there. So basically what he was talking about with cancers is he's saying that cancer is preventable, right? And this is coming straight from Doc, the man who's been doing it since the beginning of time, okay? So quick little statistics here, some statistics. The U.S. wastes over $760 billion a year in healthcare. I call that waste care, right? Because they're not really taking care of your health. It's one thing's treating another to another to another to another, and it's not doing us any good, okay? February 5th, 2007, the USA Today came out with ran an article that says doctors kill, injure, or infect over 15 million people annually. Okay, that's absolutely staggering. I don't know exactly what the numbers are now, and that was 2007, the USA came out with that. Everything that Doc does when he does his presentations, okay, everything that he does, there's articles, right? All these things, everything is related. So here's this. Doc's not saying, here's me saying it, here's the CDC, here's all these different magazines, all these articles, all these doctors' organizations, the World Health Organization, all these different places, and Doc is just presenting this information to you. And then he presents you with his research about what he's been doing for years, right? And the proof is in the research. The proof is in the independent research, okay? That's very, very important. So specifically, we're going to be talking about cancer, and what Doc refers to cancer as a self-inflicted disease. Self-inflicted because we bring it upon ourselves. We bring it upon ourselves, these things. And then we wonder why we have it. Oh, help me. Oh, I have this. And well, educate yourself. Figure it out. There's ways out. There's all different things out there. Don't take people's words for it. I'll get into that in a little bit more detail. There was a study that came out in 1912, okay? It was the first publication that came out in a magazine. And guess where it came out? This was a study that came out that said you can reduce cancers by taking one single nutrient, right? One single mineral. One single mineral will reduce these different types of cancers. And listen to this, the study came out in 1912. 1912, okay? If you take 200 micrograms of selenium, there's this thing called selenium, right? We've known it for years, but this one mineral selenium reduces colon cancer by 95%, prostate cancer by 69%, breast cancer by between 32 and 82%. Now let's just take that one study there, that one study that came out in 1912, over 100 years ago. And when you go to your physicians, and God forbid you have one of these terrible cancers, and they give you your best options, right? Okay, what's my best? Oh, chemotherapy. Ask questions. You have to start asking questions of your physicians. You have to start questioning these people that you're putting your life in their hands, right? Why? Why chemotherapy? Doctor, why do you believe that I should take this route of chemotherapy? Well, this is the best thing that we have, and okay, is it the best thing we have? What's the success rate? And in a moment of honesty, in a moment of complete clarity and honesty, if they were being totally honest and they had your best interest at heart, they would say roughly between 2 and 3% success rate. I mean, if doctors were that honest with you about that, would you do it? I mean, you're better off just doing nothing. You have a better shot. A lot of the different techniques and things that regular physicians have or they offer, we're better off doing nothing or supplementing, right? As Doc says, it's 90 essential nutrients every single day of our life. The mantra for longevity is 90 for life. This is 90 essential nutrients, not 90 essential nutrients every other day or whenever I feel like it. Our bodies require that. And when we don't have that is when we start getting susceptible to all these things. So that was a study that came out in 1912. And guess where that came out? That came out in Popular Mechanics magazine. Crazy. Because no health publication would publish it. They wouldn't do it. They said, we don't want prevention. We want a cure. So we're not going to print that. I mean, that's crazy. Right? We don't want a prevention. We don't want to. Is there a cure? No, we can't say cure. Okay, well then we don't want to have anything to do with that. So that came out in 1912. Okay, the same exact study, the same exact research, the same exact came back out in 1998. Right, at the University of Arizona, they did the same study, published the same results in the Annals of Medicine. And guess what? It was the same results. So the same results that were, nearly 100 years apart. I mean, the same test that was nearly 100 years apart came up with the same results. Oh, I wonder why. If it's the same thing over and over again, guess what, ladies and gentlemen? It is the same thing. I'm not a physician. I don't play one on television. I don't do any of that. I'm just want to be aware because I want to live longer. I don't know about everybody else. Everybody wants to talk about living longer. So, it's like people, oh, I have this, or oh, I got that. There's either two things I always say. Either you're bragging about it or you're complaining. Which one is it? And people don't want to hear that. Oh, everybody just wants the pity party. I'm not about the pity party. I'm about, making a change and actually helping people. So that was the one study. I want to go into another thing about cancers because every doctor will tell you, you got to get a mammogram. For those women out there with you have to get, you reach the age of 40, you need a mammogram. Even 25 years ago, okay, our government came out and said, don't get mammograms, they're not good for you. But yet, do our doctors still offer those? Yes, right? And I'm going to give you a little fact about the mammograms, okay? One mammogram has the same radiation in it that equals 500 x-rays. 500 x-rays worth of radiation in one mammogram. Do you know what that leads to? Most breast cancers are related to mammograms. And you would think that Okay, I'm getting this mammogram to try and be safe, but they're introducing you to these large amounts of radiation. If you were to sit there in the office and say you had, because usually you get the front and you get the back and you get the sides, and they said, well, we're going to take 1,500 x-rays of you today, you'd go bananas. You have to start asking these questions. Doc, how much is this chemotherapy treatment? How much are you benefiting from that? Well, about $50,000 of treatment, but this is our best option, right? 2% success rate, 3% at best case scenario. That's what you're offering me, Let me go through, ask 10 of your patients who've done the same treatment. Can I talk to them about this? Right? They're not going to want to do that. First of all, they're probably not around, right? And the ones that made it are probably so sick or something else or whatever, or God willing, they made it, but the majority don't because they look at the odds, right? I'm a betting man. Living in Las Vegas, I'm a betting man. I'm going to bet on something else besides 2 or 3%. Ask questions of your physicians. You have to become your own physician in order to save your life. You really have to, okay? I'm going to do another thing because I had, when I had torn the tricep tendons in my elbows, it was a CT scan and all these all these different things going on. I had the CT for my head. Okay, I didn't know what that was. Okay, a CT scan will give you the same information as a high resolution ultrasound. You know what the difference is? With ultrasound, there's no radiation. CT scan equals about 500 x-rays in one. You know what the other difference is? The other difference is the doctor gets paid $2,500 for that CT scan, and he gets paid $50 for the ultrasound. So which one's he going to offer you? Right? Is he going to offer you the one where he makes $50? Or is he going to offer one that makes $2,500? I wonder whatever happened to the Hippocratic Oath that they take. I wonder what that is, All these physicians that are maiming, killing, and all this kind of stuff, the odds of them ever going to prison for anything is next to nothing. Next to nothing. They're given carte blanche to do whatever they want to do with us, and we're the ones putting our lives in their hands. And it's crazy. All this kind of came about because I just kept seeing all this stuff on social media and talking to different people. Oh, let's pray for cancer. And let's pray for cancer. What are we praying for? How about getting rid of it? How about preventing it? How about doing all that we can in our power, eating don't eat the 12 bad foods, gluten-free diet, supplement properly with 90 essential nutrients. If we have something else, we'll just kind of add it on. This is just some of the stuff that I take. Why? One, I love it. I substitute a lot of things that I was doing before and then put this in. And I want to live longer. I love my life. I want to get every minute of every day, of every week, of every month, of every year that I can. And that's what I love about longevity. That's what I love about Doc Wallach. Is that, Doc makes it his life's work. He's made it his life's work to help us live longer, healthier lives, and to not be burying our children. Because that's what's happening. I mean, as the nutrients in our soils and everything else keeps coming down, and we keep feeding our kids, the Fruity Pebbles and all this other kind of craziness that we're giving them with no nutritional value at all, and then the sugars that's causing all these other things, we're going to be burying our children.